Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Divine Feminine, welcome into your reading, guys. This reading will be with you from the 1st of November until the next 6 to 7 days of November. Okay, we get the Hermit and we get the Magician. Wow. Okay, so you're definitely sharpening yourself. Divine Feminine, we'll see what's going on. Now, this is a collective twin flame reading. In the collective, of course, irrespective of your zodiac sign, Divine Feminine. So whatever resonates with you, take it, and what doesn't, leave it. This is a general reading for your energy check in this twin flame connection. So we already have 2 messages in here. The 7 of Cups. Okay, all right. The 2 of Pentacles. The 3 of Cups. Okay. All right, let's see. Don't ask me why I'm laughing. But we'll see. And I will clarify that with the Intuitive Oracle, Divine Feminine, and we'll get your message. Right in the center of your reading is the 3 of Cups, right? Which can either stand for a reunion, a growth, communication. You're definitely thinking about it. The 2 of Swords, yeah, just as I said. You're not sure about something. Could be a third-party situation still in yourself, in your logical self. You know, you're feeling a little bit dicey, Divine Feminine. You're not sure. You're not sure. You're not talking about it. The King of Pentacles, this is the Divine Masculine energy. All right. Let's see what's going on. You're not sure if this man will be able to justice, yeah. Will be able to deliver justice to you. Let's see. And the 2 of Cups, there it comes. Okay. Interesting. The 8 of Pentacles. You could be working overtime on this situation, guys. You could be thinking about it, or it also could be the Divine Masculine's energy, Judgment, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is your connection, right? So, it could be either you mastering yourself, mastering your decision, whether you want to go ahead on this situation or not, because then we have the 5 of Cups, because 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, yeah, and the Lovers, yeah, and this is because you're not sure. See, the problem over here, guys, is, and the Ace of Swords, yeah, you're thinking about it, you want to be very frank, you want to be very honest about the situation, right? But you're kind of worried about it because you have learned a hard lesson, Divine Feminine, and now you are skeptical about the situation here, right? But it is also self-mastery. It's also learning to understand what is right for you and what is not right. Taking the right call towards this soulmate energy, right? Taking the right call towards a soulmate energy. It's definitely important for you. Because, like I said, you're not, we'll come to this, but you're like, the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. Yeah, because see, this is where a lot of things are in hiding. Lot of situation, maybe about money, about everything else in life, abundance. It's a time that You guys need to talk about this clearly. It's like I've been saying it for a very long time. It cannot be like you are thinking about it and you are, you're not very sure because of the lessons you have learned in this portion in time, Divine Feminine, about the story with your twin. We'll see. But it's like you're trying to understand, you're trying to master your fear, you're trying to master your self, you're trying to understand if you have to make the right call. The decision, to me, it looks like it's your decision now that matters more than his decision, right? So what decision is that will resolve this issue? It also can be the divine masculine's energy. He could be also doing the same thing because he knows that you are skeptical about this relationship still. That's what I'm getting. You're still not clear, you're still very skeptical about this relationship. So it could be him trying to understand how to master and take the right call on this situation, or it also could be you trying to master and take the right call, or both you guys could be trying to do the same thing because it's a soulmate energy, right? So it also is possible that you guys are doing the same thing energetically. Y'all are in the same position, trying to understand how you can resolve this issue in the right way, but knowing what is the right call in this situation, right? That is important. Okay. This is the gist of the issue. That's what I'm getting, the gist of the story. We start the reading off with the Hermit, the Magician, and the Seven of Cups. So there is something in your life, Divine Feminine, that you are, again, you're trying to understand better. Because the Seven of Cups is confusion, right? Confusion. The Seven of Cups is you're being dreaming about the situation, but you're not very sure. But at the same time, you have the Magician in here, which clearly tells me that, and the Hermit, which clearly tells me you're trying to isolate yourself from this situation, from this troubled area, from this cloudiness, right? Because of the options. You're trying to understand what is the best option you have in here. You're trying to manifest the right call, the right option in here, for which a lot of soul searching is definitely required for this connection in here. For this connection in here. Like I said, you're not very clear about the divine masculine's intentions, what his intention is right now. You're not very clear about what he really wants to do. Does he really want to go forward? Does he really want to step forward? Does he really want to take this journey forward? Does he really want you in his life? There is an X amount of options, that he has, you have at the same time. But, it's that energy that I'm getting, guys, is that because of this Three of Cups, will clarify, this could be the reason. This could be a third party situation. That is possibly where you are getting stuck, right? You're feeling that, this situation has to be properly balanced, or else it's not going to work for you, or it's not going to work in this situation for the twins, right? Because justice, if you demand justice out of this situation of love, it has to be the path has to be clear, right? Logical decision is very important for this twin flame connection. So you that's where, you're kind of feeling a little bit difficult, little bit clouded in your understanding. You're not being able to take a decision. That's because what I'm getting, it's because you're not completely putting your trust on the divine masculine's um, intentions, right? What his intention is. You're trying to understand. You're trying to do a lot of soul searching in yourself. You're trying to go to the root of your issue. You're trying to also dig into the root of his issue as well, is also what I'm getting. You're not trying to figure out if you can read his issues and think about the situation from his perspective. What would you have done, right? So it's like that energy I'm getting here, guys, is that but at the same time, you're not talking, you're not delivering anything, you're not taking an action. That's because you're trying to understand how to deal with this third party kind of a situation that is sitting right in the center of your reading. Because until you tackle that situation, this reunion is not possible. This situation is the problem here, right? Whoever that could be, a karmic, a third party, whatever that situation, it, because it's a three of cups, I take it as a third party that also could be connected with a karmic situation, but involves other people in that similar situation, right? So it is definitely a little bit of a catch 22 for you at this point in time, where you know that probably what you're understanding is the divine feminine, that sooner or later you will have to take a call. So you're trying to understand here what is the call that you need to take here, right? You're trying to understand that. Okay, let's look at the hermit first. Let's see, because you're doing a lot. See, some of you guys could be in solitude. You're not speaking with other people. That's because you're very clearly working on yourself, right? You're very clearly trying to understand. Yeah, the king of earth. This is again the king of pentacle energy, right? This also could be, you're trying to understand this person, the divine masculine. You're trying to understand what his, like I told you, that's what the energy I'm getting, what his intention in this situation is. Does he really want this situation? Does he really want to go forward? Is he still ambitious? Does he have his wisdom in place? Right? Is he being realistic about the whole situation? Or is he that same old personality where he is only working towards his own benefit? Right? You're still not being able to completely judge him, is what I'm getting. You're trying to come to a decision. You're trying to judge this person, the divine masculine, the moon, yeah, divine feminine. This is you. You're trying to judge this person, right, in your subconscious energy, because you do have a lot of affection for him. You do have a lot of romantic feeling. You have a lot of fantasy about this person. But then at the same time, you are skeptical about the whole situation, is what I'm getting. Let's look at the magician, because you're not very clear. You're not very clear about his intention in this situation right now, the snowflake. Yeah, you're trying to break some kind of a code here, you're, because you know that the situation is very fragile, right? You have to handle it very carefully. If you make a wrong move, divine feminine, the whole situation could also just explode. But again, you're trying to study a pattern with him. Like, that's what I told you. You're trying to study a detailed pattern that he has been following, because like I told you, you're not very clear about his intention, because what you have seen in him is what is kind of scaring you subconsciously. It's scaring because if you think that he is still not changed, and he can come back and do the same thing again, because you feel that could be a pattern, that he has been following. And if he doesn't break that pattern, you're also trying to break that code and understand the situation. Uh, there is that haziness in between you and him, where you're not getting the whole story completely in front of you. You know, you're trying to understand, see the swan, the soulmate. Yeah, this. This is an energy, right? That you are also involved in this energy. Both the twins are here. You'll belong with each other. You'll a pair. You'll have the deep soul connection. So that is where that story is evolving in you or with you. Divine Feminine is where you're trying to figure out what his intention right now is, or what will he be doing. Let's look at the Seven of Cups and see what it is that we are getting. Please talk to me about the Seven of Cups here. Because you could have, like I said, you could have options, he could have options, right? But at the same time, you are not sure what his options are that he's working. Double rainbow, divine intervention. So there will be something, the perfect timing that you will get your answer. You will get. Now, when you will get your answer, that I can tell you. I cannot, guys. Right? But you will definitely break that code of silence. You will definitely break that code of procrastination, of options. You will receive your answer, which will be damn good, which will bring the good luck, which will bring that serendipity. It's like coming together at the right time, right? It's coming together at the right time. You have to wait for it. It's not going to happen right away. There is a perfect timing for serendipity to happen. When things come together, that's a divine timing. You have to believe in that. Before that divine timing, you will not get your answer. That's what they are trying to tell you here. So you have to wait for that moment, right? Cross, destiny, spirituality, right? All that you guys have gone through together, you will receive an answer, but for which you have to wait for that moment when that cloudiness will vanish and you will see through clearly of whatever has been troubling you for a long time. Is more so I'm getting Divine Feminine. Because see, with the Two of Pentacles, you're definitely not feeling balanced, right? You're trying to organize yourself, you're trying to get back into action, but there is that situation, there is that feeling within you where you are feeling a little bit iffy, disbalanced, not knowing totally, like, you know what I'm saying. That kind of an energy is showing up in here. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles, where you're trying to understand if the situation is still there or has it gone. Yeah, balance. There you go. Yeah, you have to be centered, Divine Feminine. You have to be centered. You have to be balanced, because serendipity will happen. That good luck, the timing coming together, the divine intervention, you have to wait for that. If you try to move before that intervention, you will not be able to move, guys. So you have to give it time. You have to wait for that timing. But in the meantime, you have to also learn to balance your energy. Mars, the Tower, because there could be a lot of things that what was not right, even in your life. Divine Feminine could be moving away. So you could get into an energy where you might feel a little bit topsy-turvy about a lot of situation in your personal life too, right? So you have to have that balance. That's what they're saying. So don't get upset. Don't lose your temper. Balance yourself. Learn to be aware of your own energy, more so. Learn to be aware of your own energy. Please talk to me about the Three of Cups. Because every time you are probably thinking, oh, is this person doing something? Is this, third party intervention still there? Are they trying? That could be a little bit of an issue with you as well. Or anything happens in your life, you could immediately blame it because of this third party. Oh, because of that person, this has happened. Or because of that situation, this has happened, which will upset your balance. So you have to keep away from that, right? Please talk to me about the Three of Cups. You have to keep away from that energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to change. It's coming. It's coming, but it's still not there. You have to still wait. A lot of karma is working for you. A lot of karma is working in your favor. But then there are forces of the universe. You cannot go against the forces of the universe. If you try to go against the forces of the universe, you will lose your balance, right? So you have to keep your cool. Key, the solution you will get. You will get your solution. You will receive your answers, like I told you. But you cannot force that situation to move according to your need. That's what they're saying here, right? You have to keep your balance and wait for that time to come before you get your answers and before things become clear to you, where you can move towards your truth, which is here, the Ace of Swords, right? Let's look at the Two of Swords, because you could be thinking about this, you could be going through a lot of analyzing over the situation. What if kind of a situation that could topple your balance. That really can topple your balance. You have to be wise. You have to be wise about the situation. You will get your, don't lose your compassion, don't lose your wisdom over this situation, is what they're saying. Things are going to come back to you, guys, but you have to, again, like I'm repeating myself like a parrot, you have to hold on to your strength, right? But if you do not, then it's going to be a problem. Yeah, see, strength. That's what they're saying. Hold on to your strength, guys. Hold on to your strength. A lot of things will improve, but you have to give it time, because things are coming back to you slowly but surely. Don't force it. Don't try to overtake and override that situation, because if you do that, you will only lose out. You cannot override the forces of the universe. Please talk to me about the Wheel of Fortune here. There is a karmic cycle here in your case, right? That has been affecting your destiny. Temperance, yeah, this is what they are saying. Temper it. Balance yourself. Learn to be independent by yourself. Learn to take your own responsibility. Don't be responsible doing things that is not going to work in your favor. Temper, balance, keep yourself in check, be wise. Don't lose your compassionate self, right? You have a lot of experience you have learned to work with. You have a lot of things in your self. Use that wisdom. Use that wisdom over this Three of Cups, where your karma had been caught up with this kind of a situation. But don't force that situation into any other direction. It will automatically dissolve. Right? Hummingbird, enjoyment, lightness. Yeah, take things lightly. Take things lightly. Don't take it so seriously that you lose your own balance. Learn to ignore certain things. Learn to get away from that certain. Don't, whatever you see, or somebody comes and tells you something about the divine masculine, and you immediately start to respond, you immediately start to get angry, or anything of that kind of a reaction, which creates that negativity in you. Where you become too loud and outspoken, losing your temperance, losing your balance over your words and actions because you are upset, you are frustrated. But remember, that is not going to help change the situation. You have to take life in the way it comes. Lift out of negativity. Be light. Say, okay, learn to ignore the situation. You don't have to take everything very seriously. Every word that is spoken or everything that you see or hear about this man very seriously, because that could upset you. That could take you out of your own balance in life. Right? So the message over here, guys, is learn to ignore certain things. Don't take everything seriously. Don't take every word or every sentence and try to read through every comma and period in that sentence. You know what I mean? Like literally trying to translate something that somebody says to you, or you have heard, or maybe the divine masculine has told you, and you're trying to translate every bit of that sentence. Don't do that. Your experience, your fulfillment, your wisdom is your strength, right? But if you keep doing that, you will lose your own harmony. That's what they're saying. So try to ignore that situation from your life, divine feminine, right? Because then we have the King of Pentacles. So let's look at the King of Pentacles. Firefly, illumination. This man is, like I said, I think this situation came out even in his reading of that soul spark. He's very much attracted towards you, right? He's very much attracted towards you. There is a lot of chemistry. He knows that exists because you are someone very exceptional. And he wants to bring that justice to you, right? Coffin. He wants to finish everything. He wants whatever that loss he had in his life, whatever that he has done, where he might have been absent-minded, he has been defeated for other reasons, he had been inactive, whatever, that situation, he wants to put it to an end. And he wants to come back to you because he knows that you are very exceptional. There is a lot of magic and chemistry. There is a lot of inner fire that doesn't have to be told, but it's there. It's there right within him, right? And that is where the soul spark is tumbling out. Though you don't know, he might have not told you, but that is what is coming out in this reading. Please talk to me about the firefly. There you go, the Empress. Because of you. Because of you. Right? You bring a lot of happiness. You will bring a lot of abundance. There is a lot of beauty, grace, charm in you, and he knows that. He knows that, and there is no denying the fact that you are everything to him, and he wants to make this relationship public. He wants to go out with you. He wants to date you. He wants to take you to public venues and society and crowd and everything. Make you known to people that you exist in his life. That is where the justice is. That is logical, right? That is a logical connection between the twins in here. Please talk to me about the justice. That is the logical connection right here. See, waterfall. I think he also had it. That there is a lot of tears. There has been a lot of tears, that came through sorrow or sometimes through joy, abundance, overflowing, that needs to be released. that needs to be released. All those pent up emotions, right? The emperor, yeah, he wants to take over this. He wants to take charge of this situation with you. The emperor and the empress, look, sitting side by side over justice, and the king of pentacles. He knows you are his empress, and he knows that you consider him as the divine masculine, as the emperor, right? But things are still unpredictable. He doesn't know how to do it, right? There is a power struggle between the two of you, because none of you guys are kind of still not there. You know what I mean? Like there is still a power struggle. That's why things are still unpredictable. Which direction he wants to go, he doesn't know which direction you want to go. You don't know which direction he wants to go now. So things are still very much unpredictable in this situation. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because both you guys are not very clear about each other's directions now. What is the next step? How do you take this on? What is that you need to do? What is the plan? What is nothing has been very cleared, or has been still very clear in this situation. Let's look at the Two of Cups. Right? So that's why things are still very unpredictable for him as well as for you. Lily, right? Ambition, experience, matured. Yeah, this situation has matured. This Two of Cups situation has matured. There has been a lot of achievement over this situation, guys. It's blooming because the White Wolf, lot of confidence. That's what they're saying. Believe in your power. Believe in your power that this situation will go towards the right direction, that you guys will be set free. Both of y'all can enjoy your freedom, but y'all need to have that resilience and that stamina, to hold on to this maturity of this relationship here, right? Of this soulmate connection, to hold on to this soulmate connection. Y'all should have that maturity and that ambition to give birth to the story, right? For which you will have to have a lot of stamina. And this is not just for you, divine feminine, it's also for the divine masculine, right? Lot of strength, lot of stamina. Believe in your power that you can set this whole situation towards a different direction where y'all can enjoy your freedom as well as come together in this story. So both you guys, so the twins over here, y'all need exactly the same situation in here, right? The catalyst. Yeah, because there is something that is setting things on fire, right? There is some kind of a catalyst that was going to ignite things, that's going to get things going. But you will have to have patience to come to that point and get the right direction in the right order. Because like I told you, divine feminine, if this situation is troubling you, that you are not sure which direction you're heading or which direction he is heading for, things are all going to open up. Similar situation is with him too. He loves you. There is a beautiful chemistry between the twins here. That he wants to really come forward and bring you back with a lot of tears, lot of joy, that lot of emotions that he wants to have and share with you. And that is where he wants to take control of that situation. He doesn't want to, thing is that he wants to be the leader. He doesn't want to come to you crying or pleading or begging. No. He wants to take back control of that emotion. right? He doesn't want to lose control on his own emotions in here. But at the same time, there is a lot of emotion that he is working with within himself. He's taking back control of that, that emotional purge. He doesn't want to come to you in a wrong way. He wants to come to you in the right way, being very assertive, being the initiator, where he can say that, yes, this is the idea, this is the logic, this is the rationale. Let's move towards the story. Let's move in this direction. This is what he wants, right? Why? Because this is where he is trying to balance his stability, finance, right? Stability and finance. Why? Because he knows, and it's only for you. He knows you're exceptional. He cannot live without you, which I think in his reading told me the same thing. There is a huge soul spark for you because he has recognized who you are. And who are you? You are the empress for him, right? So if you are the empress, that means he knows that you have reached that level. Let me tell you that. He knows that you have reached that level where he will have to come to you as the emperor. If he comes to you crying and sobbing and with all that bag full of, baggage that he had been carrying, if he comes to you with those kind of emotions or with those kind of stories, it's not going to work. The logic is not going to work for you. Justice will not happen. Legality has to happen. If there is some kind of a legal commitment, okay, that legal commitment will bring in a lot of emotion for his side of the story, where he might have to deal with people in his life who will have a breakdown or who will create a scene or who will try to break his emotions. Anything can happen, right? Anything, where he has to be very logical in order to have that the legal thing done, the legalities done. So for which he has to be the emperor. Do you follow what I'm saying? For which he has to be the emperor. He has to take back control of those kind of emotions that can work, that can happen in his life the moment he is ready to take on the next step with you. So he will have to perhaps deal with emotional situations in his life from either his karmic or third party or anybody who is a part of his life, right? And that is where this connection is there for him and you. But at the same time, you have to be very matured. He has to be very matured because y'all have the ambition and experience. Y'all know, y'all have gone through, there has been a lot of longevity in this connection, right? That has to be kept intact. You cannot break that off because you'll have come through a tough period, a long time. So it has matured. It has matured, for which to hold on to that kind of a story now, you guys will have to have a lot of, you'll need to have a lot of strength and stamina and resilience, because there could be a lot of emotional drama in this situation the moment this thing opens up or the serendipity happens, right? So this is where there is something catalyst, right? Which is where there is a fuel towards a good sign. Getting out of a cursed situation. This is the divine masculine where he has been very clouded, and the tower shows up. And the tower, so things that was not right is going to crash. And what is coming out is the garden, right? Where he had been avoiding this public situation, right? Where he had been avoiding telling people what you mean for him and what he means for you, right? But this is where he's rising. He's rising above that situation, his higher self, towards a new beginning with the twin flame. with this twin flame story, and this is the man, right? So there is a lot of things that is happening undercovers at this point in time. This is where you probably are not still sure what is crumbling, what is breaking, what is happening, whether at all you can go forward in the story. He's also, because you're still not certain about his part of the story, so it is but obvious that you are doubting. You're in doubt, divine feminine. And this is where, you have to give it time to self master this situation and to take the right decision before you can move towards the right direction, because you'll need to have, both you guys, you'll need to have a lot of resilience and stamina to believe in that power, right? To believe in that power that things are going to be okay and things will be okay. So a lot of things are happening, but don't lose your courage, divine feminine. Don't lose your temperance, your balance. That's very important for you. Keep yourself in the right place. Don't pay attention to unnecessary hearings, unnecessary stories, unnecessary details. Don't pay attention. Do your work. Lift yourself out of any negativity that you could possibly get into if somebody carries forward a story, tells you something. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth, but you might get upset because somebody comes and whispers something in your ear, and that keeps rotating and you're upset. But during that portion, use your wisdom and your experience, right? Don't get caught into analyzing situations or analyzing things that people tell you, or perhaps you're spying on him and you get a different feedback and you go into a complete different direction. Don't do that. Don't involve yourself in any kind of negativity during this portion in time. Keep out of negativity. Keep out of those kind of situations. Do your work. Remain focused in your own work, and things are all going to settle and come back to you in the right way. Enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.